Loading the latest experience of Brews in baseball.
Oh, yeah. As we are recording this, streaming this, etc., as we're discussing this, the Dominican Republic has officially been eliminated from the World Baseball Classic. The pre-tournament favorites, or one of the three pre-tournament favorites, along with the United States and Japan, has officially been eliminated from the WBC. It's a really, really tough scene because of how good that lineup is. Ultimately, it fell to just poor pitching performances from some of their guys, and Manny Machado had a horrible game today. He grounded into a double play. I think he was 0 for 3 at least, if not 0 for 4. Didn't have a good day. Julio Rodriguez didn't have a great day, but he made up for it with a bit of clutch hitting where he needed to. Very up and down day. Juan Soto hit one to the moon and was unplayable, but he was about the only one. Devers had a really tough day. Chris Guccione behind the plate, the umpire, had a horrendous strike zone, just nowhere near good enough for the major league level. I mean, he was all over the place. I hope he takes this as his opportunity to get better, basically. He needs to improve. I mean, his strike zone was... I mean, yes, calling balls and strikes is hard. I will acknowledge that, but he's paid to do this professionally at the highest level. I think the standard should be a little higher, but that said, it's hard. He was just all over the place and not a great look for him. So kudos to Puerto Rico. They played their butts off. They played the game they needed to make it to the next round. We were talking about this earlier, Reese. I know you haven't watched enough of the WBC to, at least compared to as much as I've watched, which I haven't watched as much as I've really wanted to. I've watched a little bit here and there. I've been up late on some days when some of the games across the pond are going on. Japan play Italy at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, so I think I'll be up to go to the gym probably by the end of that game. Japan was both of our pre-tournament picks to win the whole thing, and I stand by that. They have looked absolutely dominant. Shohei Ohtani is doing Shohei Ohtani things. Roki Sasaki pitched 3 2/3 in the pool, and of those 8 outs he recorded, Reese, 3 2/3 innings, 8 outs. How many of those do you think were strikeouts?
I'm gonna say 6.
No, he got 8 outs in the World Baseball Classic. All of them were strikeouts. Granted, this is a pool that Japan was expected to win really, really easily. No chance for anyone else to win. But still, I mean, it's absurd for someone playing at this level to have that many strikeouts. The dude is 21 years old, throwing absolute diesel. He's throwing cheese just straight out the hand, 102 plus easy. I mean, the dude is going to be a problem in Major League Baseball in the next, 3 to 4 years. It's just a question of when he wants to come to the U.S.
Well, and there was that kid from Nicaragua too that struck out some pretty big MLB hitters. For the life of me, I can't remember his name or the people he struck out. Juan Soto was one of them. Juan Soto and I think 3 other people struck him out in one inning, if not back to back to back to back. But you get what I mean. Tiger Scout was in the stands and he offered him a contract and he got picked up. Too bad he went to the Tigers, but hey, MLB contract, baby. MLB contract.
As a result of a masterful performance. And I know, Reese, you and I are big soccer fans. I know you haven't watched as much in the last couple of years, especially because of the Super League and that whole proposal. But historically, we've seen players that have really big international tournaments end up with big paychecks, big paydays. Enzo Fernandez for Argentina is kind of the prime example of that right now. Dude had a fantastic World Cup for Argentina and ended up getting a $100 million transfer to Chelsea. I can't remember the exact number, but it's a lot. He's getting paid a lot of money, big transfer fee, which his agent and he and his team are going to get a part of for sure. So having a big tournament like this, I think, is obviously you get to show what you're made of on the world stage, but ultimately having more of these is going to be beneficial for a lot of these players in the long run because you get to showcase your abilities. At least I remember 2017 hearing rumors about a player in Japan who was kind of like the Japanese Babe Ruth. He was not on the World Baseball Classic roster for Japan in 2017, and I think you can probably figure out who this person is. That was Shohei Ohtani. He was dealing with an injury at that time, so he wasn't playing in the World Baseball Classic in 2017. Of course, a year later, signs with the Angels and now has become one of the faces of baseball. It's kind of absurd to put all of this in context. So all this to say, Japan, very, very good at baseball. Very, very, very good at baseball.